God darn it. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. No, every straight over me, God darn it. Loving yourself, not to dim your light. Hold on 1 second, understood gravity. I'm a miracle, not to dim my light. The biggest flex was God's promotion at the end of the day. Understand the path they can't relate to. Being authentic, hold on 1 second, it came natural. Every straight over me. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no misintentions. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone didn't know how to love you, respect you, protect you. They disrespected you, they didn't know how to meet you halfway. Pouring into an empty cup only because, hold on 1 second, you allowed yourself to think that you are worthy of the right people in your life. You are worthy, understand that, hold on 1 second, I outgrew the old, but I ain't running from my past. That energy is different, because hold on 1 second, confidence is different. Being authentic. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. Today is currently October 28th, 2025, and it's currently 10:16 p.m. No, it's the trait. Don't always be a step of no malicious. Don't tell me you like neighbor. I'm far from a hater. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine respect. I'm peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. Hi to the genuine ones with no misunderstandings. Hi. I'm peace. I bring peace. Miracle, miracle, don't dim your light. Miracle, miracle, catch your blessings and treat yourself right. Never allow the enemy or the devil to dim your light, because you are worthy. You are worthy. Later, gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Poetry, my style. A swag they can't relate to. Hold on 1 second, how you maintain your smile. God's promotion is different when it comes to faith. Hold on 1 second, confidence going within. How you had strangers in different tax bracket. Your next door neighbor didn't matter a tax bracket. They was projected to be mentally unstable. They try to dim your light to discourage you. But hold on 1 second, God truly shows you wasn't a competition when they was truly the issue. Concerned folks don't want you to elevate. They would rather rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. At the end of the day, to dim your light all because, hold on 1 second, you understood your mistakes. I wasn't running from my past. But I understood that receiver that day when God truly showed me elevation has different fall from being fake at the end of the day. Having potential they can relate to was going with it. It wasn't luck at the end of the day. It was a miracle. They would never understand unconditional love started within. You got folks in different tags bracket throwing spoken in a toxic way when it comes to your beauty. Hold on 1 second. God made miracles. Because the love starts within. Everybody that walks around, they truly pretend. Certain folks don't even got a heart, love, no soul. Elevation hits different. I was far from thirsty when I didn't have to lose control. It's a trade, don't be always be yourself, but I say that respectfully. No, for real, for real. Poetry, my swag at the end of the day. I love to be authentic, and it wasn't a mistake. I was able to look in the mirror when my next door neighbor different tags back at the end. They wanted me to be ugly because they didn't want me to see my reality. I bothered your comfort zone at the end of the day, so you had to throw dibble and dabble with spoke or play with magic at the end of the day. Only was, hold on 1 second, we was on the same page. Because I prayed for you, went against me. I ain't have to discourage you because I knew how to respect you. It ain't wrong at the end of the day to say, hold on 1 second, thank you, no thank you, neighbor. It's a trade though for me, hater. My content is not for everyone. I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. And I would never hurt myself, and I say respectfully. I don't push God on nobody because my content is not for everyone. You can go find entertainment somewhere else, and then they don't need to be sending no goddamn spell work over here, dumbass. No, the trade though for me. Motivation, don't dim your light. Motivation, don't dim your light. Neighbor, don't dim your light. Far from fake. That energy is different. It wasn't competition when they didn't understand your reflection. Didn't have hidden motives. You understood that, hold on 1 second, you need validation, be your authentic self, truly having potential. Certain folks are trying to be like you at the end of the day, but they can't fulfill the shoes. Oh, because, hold on 1 second, they see your confidence hits different. Not they typical norm, but hold on 1 second, you still knew how to pray for them when they couldn't see. Only because, hold on 1 second, they want to do you wrong. I don't know what's wrong with these people either. My content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. I am not a catfish. I would never hurt myself regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me. And I say that respectfully, regardless if they're elderly or not. No, it's a trade on me how these fools be coming for me. Oh my God. Entertainment purposes only. No, it's a trade on me. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. But it's a trade on me. You ever had one of them family members that called you up? Hey, what's going on? It's trained off of me. First of all, I'm in bed minding my business. Have you seen one of your relatives? No, I have. The last I checked, you supposed to be babysitting. It's the trained off of me. You know when you got one of them elderly uncles, aunts or somebody supposed to be taking care of it, and they just decide to wander off and to go play bingo. No, it's the trained off of me. Every time this fool go down to go play bingo, someone is always getting a phone call. Why gotta be me for? It's the straight over me. I'm not gonna tell you. I swear I'm not gonna tell you, but this is the last goddamn time. You ever had that one family member be like, you know what, this is the last time I'm gonna bail you out of some bullshit today? I gave you a couple of dollars. You want bingo tonight? It's the straight over me. No, for real. Because they on the phone at the end of the day, like, listen, check this out, right? I'm where you told me not to go back to. I had a couple of drinks. You know, when it comes to that Georgia, that shit hits different. And I got a couple of Coronas in me, and it's going through me. And they trying to throw me out. I need you to be my backup plan right now. What the fuck? And the train over me. When you realize after you hung up the phone who it was in the day? Why are you calling me from the precinct? It's the train over me. What's going on? Remember the last conversation that I had before the last conversation? I said I loved you. I really meant it. I swear I did. It's the train over me. What the hell love got to do with anything? Why are your asses in trouble? It's the train over me. You got a couple of dollars I could bail you up because I may not have what you're looking for. It's the train over me. Let me know where it's at the end of the day. I won't tell nobody. We're going to be on the same page. And I'll make sure the next mistake you make, I won't be participating like a big dummy. The tank of me. Only to realize this fool says in the day, when you get down to the prison, make sure you got me a Colt 45 and give me some snippets of some Georgia or something. You know the good shit. It's a straight of me. What the fuck? No, for real. Because this motherfucker's one. I'm stressed. I'm trying to call my own goddamn children at the end of the day. And they keep asking me where I'm at. I don't want to tell them. That's the problem now. It's a straight door for me. You don't want to see them frown. First of all, I'm grown. You ain't acting mature. It's the straight door. Be acting your goddamn shoe size. Who's the adult right now? When you run into the day, when you one of those type of people that do anything for your family in the day, you're going to make sure you go get them out of here. No, for real. And you're going to make sure you get their drink, the little cigarettes, whatever the case may be, because they stressed out and they about to stress you out and you don't want the stress to overwhelm you anymore. Don't have to check on me. So this fool gets bailed out or whatever the case may be. We trying to come up with a game plan. How we going to paint this picture to make it make sense in the day? How did I end up with you? No, it's the trade over me. I never saw someone be so... What word am I looking for? Persistent. It's the train of thought for me. About their story at the end of the day. No, because at the end of the day, how am I supposed to remember anything that you just said when there's a whole bunch of bullshit? It's the train of me. Gotta go. I'm not aging no respect. My content is not for everybody. Entertainment purpose only. I may not be for you when it comes to my creativity. You know, you go somewhere else and entertain somebody else in the day. No, it's the train over me for yourself. Like, pour it to you. Hello. Where do I start? You know, it was a flex, more so of a curse. You know, because the enemy would try to test you, but God didn't discourage you. You was the blessing when it come to miracle. You know, folks overlooked you, but you truly had potential. You know, your mindset is different. When you understood, hold on one second, I could change my reality, understand I outgrow the pain. Even when folks throwing spell work in a toxic way, I ain't have to dibble and dabble with magic or spell work. Hold on one second, sending my neighbor the evil lie when they have to tell so many lies. One thing I never had to do is run from he say, she say, let on my past. They would never understand, hold on one second, confidence is different. I may not make sense to the average person, but whacking coin at the end that God gave me a flow so that you couldn't relate to is tying your shoe and staying in your lane. Hold on one second, what happened to your reality check? One-on-one, going with and understand your own tools, being your authentic self. It be the train of thought for me, butterfly, ha 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 ha. That's what you said at the end of the day, how you was laughing at my pain, how you called me slow, stupid, and retarded. You didn't want me to elevate, but hold on one second, God was really showing me balance when it comes to knowledge. The energy is different. Being your authentic self, they're gonna be like, you whacking your corner, you ain't nobody, a crazy, crazy, crazy neighbor, crazy, crazy, crazy neighbor. Damn, I'm far from a hater though. It be the train of thought for me. Because everybody's not supposed to be part of your journey. You know your walk of life when it comes to someone truly respecting you to treat you right. Hold on one second. I wasn't looking at my neighbor like competition. It was a big flex at the end of the day. That's what they thought they said when they had a hate train going up against an innocent person who truly had potential. Always be yourself with nobody's intentions. And I say that respectfully. You know, real love. Imagine someone walking into something truly keep it real with you, love. You know that your past slept on you. You know that fake love actually allows you to see, while gravity hits different because you was truly the miracle. They didn't understand your potential when you truly valued someone's time and day. Valued someone's time and day. Even when you got lost in your words, you still had your mindset right. Only you realize a whole one second someone can treat you right. Imagine having a beautiful heart. Those testimonies you overcame, you never allowed that to dim your light, to hold on 1 second, make you switch up. Because when the right person walked into your life, who would have knew that true love wouldn't fumble you? Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. It wasn't more so about your dimples. Yeah, you cute and all. But love is real. Hold on 1 second, not complicated. That energy is different when someone's understanding your mental. Hold on 1 second, health comes first. That energy is different when someone knows how to pour into you and to take from you. That energy is different. They wasn't trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. You know, it's like get your free will when it comes to hold on 1 second, growth when it comes to having faith. Everybody don't pray the same, but who would have knew that love your life wasn't a mistake? You know, someone truly showed you why you understood a miracle truly can be real. How only was the hold on 1 second, someone should keep in balance at the end of the day to bring balance and pour into you the right way. Only was the hold on 1 second, it wasn't fake love when someone met you halfway, love. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. Always be yourself with no one's intentions, and I say that respectfully. Where do I start? You know, because there's always a cause and effect for something. That's what folks say at the end of the day. But when you have potential to make yourself go within, understanding elevation is different, they would never understand how you truly step in a day. You know, you got the enemy on one side, the devil on the other side, but hold on 1 second, God is truly right in front of you when it comes to both sides. The energy is different because God is truly protecting you, showing you the knowledge that God endowed you. They would never understand the hold on 1 second. God was never for likes, God was never for likes and music, cloud chasing or fame. The energy is different when hold on 1 second, overcoming pain. You know, individuals don't want to see you grow, but hold on 1 second, God allows you to feel while you woke. You know, being high vibration would dim somebody's light. All because, hold on 1 second, they look at you like competition because they don't want you to treat yourself right. Jealousy and envy is real, but you didn't have that in your blood type at the end of the day. Regardless of the project that your neighbors projected on you, didn't matter your tax bracket that day. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. You know, no mother or father or family member should lose a child due to jealousy, envy, insecurity, or someone projecting spirit towards a child or their family member, or someone sending a child the evil lie. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, and I say that respectfully. Because when someone is truly not for you, you keep it pushing, you jackass. What's wrong with you people? That same negative energy you could pour into yourself. You mad that someone walked away, so you had to sneak this them to run the hold on 1 second. They wasn't trying to catch a case. You try to antagonize somebody every direction. The devil hold on 1 second. God was showing them balance. This type of stuff happens every single day. That matters someone's culture. Hold on 1 second. Even if they came from poverty and pain, regardless if they came from a single family household or not, at the end of the day, someone actually had a heart. They got authentic love from folks that allowed them to say, hold on 1 second, it's okay to be yourself. You know, folks rooting them on. That will bother someone's mental health only by the hold on 1 second. The devil wants to do them wrong. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, when the enemy tries to test you, they try to antagonize you, throw spoke in a toxic way, all because you understand balance, acknowledging your worth that you are worthy to overcome your mistakes when you run from your past. You know, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But no mother or father should get a phone call because of jealousy, envy, or because someone wanted to project a hate crime towards their baby, or someone decided to have a hand problem to do their baby wrong. And that's not how they brought their child at the end of the day. But hold on 1 second. Who was really in the wrong? It'd be the train of thought for me. Because when an enemy steps in, they will love to say that you're the problem. They would never speak upon what they did to you that day. They would never speak upon with certain chapters at the end of the day when you had them in your life. How they projected lust, how they disrespected you, they had malicious intentions, they wanted to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even project a hate crime towards you. They even had to gather up a hate group to kick you down, make you feel like you're not worthy. You know, some people are not able to tell their story. It's a thought for me. No mother or father should lose a child due to someone's insecurity or because someone has jealousy, envy, or hating them, regardless to how old that baby is, because that's still someone's baby. You know, when a mother or father pours into a child, they're not doing it for likes and views of clout chasing or fame, regardless if it's a single family household or not. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. No mother or father should have a child stripped away from them because someone got lack of self-control and someone wants to hurt that mother and father for them to lose control. Someone doesn't want a mother and father to be a protector. Someone doesn't want a mother and father to love their child properly, regardless if it came from poverty and pain or not. Regardless if they didn't get the proper nourishments when it comes to someone pouring into them, showing them the proper love, but they knew how to pour into that baby in the most healthiest way. They never neglected that baby. They never abandoned that baby. They never had malicious intentions towards that baby. But it's because someone found a happy space within them, someone was able to become their best self version of themselves because a miracle came into their life when it came to that blessing that day. Someone decided to say, you know what? I don't want you to maintain that smile. How this type of stuff actually happens. Just because it's not going on in your household, it's going on in someone's household. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. You know, when it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one, regardless of what man or female or child is trying to blackmail me against me, and I say that respectfully. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. Always be yourself and intentions. Never allow a man or woman or whomever make you feel like your voice doesn't matter because they threaten your life that nobody's going to believe you. They threaten your life that they will have a community, a zip code, a content, or whatever case may go against you at the end of the day. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. And especially when someone decided to take your kindness or weakness and they decide to leave half of the story out at the end of the day, the truth. And you don't run from your past, and you don't run from he said, she said, and it's just different. Always be yourself because your voice does matter. When you come encounter with individuals, it should be no reason why someone is energy harvesting off your energy or projecting sport towards you or sending you evil eye, and especially when you do nothing to them. How they got jealousy and envy and hate and animosity within them, but you still know how to you still know how to respect your neighbor. You know, my content is not for everybody. I may have a little speech problem, whatever the case may be, but that doesn't stop me from still growing. And just like you, neighbor, everybody's walk of life ain't the same, and I say that respectfully. Because God forbid you was sick. God forbid you was sick today or tomorrow, whatever the case may be. You want someone to understand you, regardless if you're having a speech problem or not at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Your voice does matter, regardless to you being sick or not. My content is not for everybody. You know, gang stalking is real. Individuals will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, monitor your phone calls, monitor who you're interacting with. They will gang stalk you from the time that you leave out your household to go from point A to Z, how they will have people monitoring your every move, how they will project sport onto you, how they will energy harvest off your energy, and they will even send you the evil eye. And they will even try to blackmail you against you with your own documentations. They will try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even project a hate crime towards you. You know, gang stalking is real. They will monitor your packages so you won't get them. They will monitor certain things so you won't be able to receive them. They even will dibble and dabble to change your information on you so you won't have access to who you are at the end of the day. So folks will look at you like you're mentally unstable and crazy. I am not a sex worker and I am not an addict. And I say that respectfully. I'm not your genuine love respect and my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself, no misintentions. No, and the trainer told me I gotta go. I love to talk about love. No, and the trainer told me, no, for real, I really do. You know, it was more so G.O.D. timing. How real love allows you to feel that hold on 1 second. Someone truly had a soul, had you thinking. You know, teamwork actually made the dream work. It wasn't revenge. When someone truly knew how to make you feel like, hold on 1 second, it's okay to be woke. You know, because when the right person brings balance into your life, they allow you to see the light. Hold on 1 second, how love can truly be real or authentic. Who would have knew that someone allows you to heal? You know, the right person, the love of your life didn't have to pretend, hold on 1 second, to play you close, but they truly wanted to see you grow. They didn't look at you like competition. When your past fumbled you, disrespected you aloud, made you feel like you wasn't worthy when they had a hand problem to do you wrong. Hold on 1 second. True love allows you to feel. Wow. True love allows you to feel. You was actually stepping, not to hurt the love of your life. That was the biggest fleck at the end of the day. That was God's flex when it comes to miracle. That ain't just different. You ever got lost in your words? But the love of your life sees you. They hear you. They respect you. They cheering you on up close in person behind closed doors. Overcoming a weather they can't relate to. Someone doing you wrong. You know when the outside world's against you? Someone got your back. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Y'all may not pray the same, but that timing is different when it comes to elevation, overcoming pain, with the right person by your side. Who would have knew that God allows you to see someone could truly be faithful to you? Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. It was more so G-O-D. Hold on 1 second. I got your back, I got your back. Don't dim your light. They said you whack and you're corny, but I was far from hold on 1 second. My elevator actually worked. I had days at the end of the way try to dim my light, but hold on 1 second. I understood the end of that tunnel. Hold on 1 second. It was confidence. It was so dark. You know those dark days that you had when someone didn't understand that who you was, that hold on, you do got potential. Folks wanted to take credit for your creativity when it come to hold on 1 second, God's comfort zone, allowing you to see. You are worthy, don't dim your light. You are worthy, don't dim your light. You are worthy, don't dim your light. Never straight, don't be always be yourself, though, for real. And it's just different. Wow. Where do you start when it comes to love? Besides loving yourself when you don't know how. If I love me to choose me, one day someone could see me. Only as a hold on 1 second. You never stop pouring into you on an empty stomach. You was balancing yourself out at the end of the day. Only as a hold on 1 second. What am I saying? That ain't just different. You know, because trauma and pain would make you feel so empty within. They would never understand how elevation is different. It wasn't a mind manipulation games when you try to become your best self, vision of yourself to hold your own weight. That ain't just different coming out your comfort zone when folks trying to steer you the wrong direction. But hold on 1 second, God wasn't misleading you wrong. It was a testimony, not a mistake. It was a testimony, not a mistake. Folks be like, what do you mean by that? You know, because growth, when it comes to mature and acting your body way, you could look back at things at the end of the day that allowed you to feel while God was your biggest cheerleader. Because God was teaching you balance. They understand that, hold on 1 second, God gave you the proper knowledge. You didn't need a manual to be your authentic self. It came naturally. That's going to bother certain folks' mental health. You know, a reality check 101. You're going to have folks throwing spoken in a toxic way to confuse you when it comes to your reality. But hold on 1 second, you wasn't trying to shortchange yourself when it came to someone's opinion. When it comes to growth. When you're not for everybody, G.O.D. got your back. When you're not for everybody, but G.O.D. got your back. Don't dim your light, neighbor, neighbor. Don't dim your light. Don't dim your light, neighbor, neighbor. You know, this is the part where they black, you whack, you corny, shut up, or whatever the case may be. It be the sin of thought from when you be in your own lane, understanding miracles is different when overcoming pain. I ain't saying I'm perfectly healed, but I'm still doing the process. Because at the end of the day, I understand my reality when it comes to growth and maturing. I ain't trying to run from my reflection. At the end of the day, even when the devil tried to stop me, the enemy tried to discourage me. But hold on 1 second, I understood my gravity. You know, because when you pray to go within, you ask God for structure. You ask God for strength. You ask God for balance. You ask God for, hold on 1 second, thank you for giving me the wisdom to understand my reflection. You know, I may not make sense to the average person. And that's okay. Because I'm not for you. Hello, I said what I said. I ain't for you. I ain't just different. Determined. That's the word for this evening. Determined. I was determined not to lose myself. You ever felt like that at the end of the day? You didn't understand what was allowing you to keep going. Regardless to who was around you, cheering you on. That energy is different, being determined. Determined. If I understood every step before I got there, I wouldn't be determined. But I found balance to understand the end of the day. I was worthy of the challenge. I was worthy of the challenge to understand growth. God said, I got your back. I was far from being lucky because God truly showed me that, hold on 1 second, folks not going to understand me because they said I was whack. You know, I had to put the puzzles together when it came to my heart. I was determined to pour into myself even on an empty stomach. I know how it feels for folks to have so much malicious intentions towards me, and I ain't got to do nothing besides be authentic. That energy is different. You know, good luck. Hold on 1 second. Nah, that was just God truly showing me. I could truly pray to go within, and God truly hears me. They say God not real, but God works in mysterious ways. You know, when God sends directly into your life, hold on 1 second, they will understand why you overcame what you've been through when it comes to holding your own weight. And I don't mean narcotics. That energy is different. Determined. Never give up on yourself. Regardless to who says you don't have potential. Regardless to their tags break at the end of the day. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I'm far from a hater. No, it's the truth, homie. Always be yourself with no misintentions. That ain't just different. You know, God's battle is different. It was a fight they couldn't compete with because God was showing you that God was keeping you grounded. In the most healthiest way when it comes to self-control, they would never understand God's discipline is different. Imagine praying and asking God to protect me. Only rest to hold on 1 second. God allowed you to see why you his baby, her baby. Hold on 1 second. We all don't pray the same, but who would have knew that God allowed you to believe in your faith? I chose me when they painted a picture that they couldn't relate to. Was going within. How this type of stuff actually happens. Never get discouraged because someone wants you to wild out when you fall from a crash out. Be yourself. It was more so REAL. Ever straight on me? No, for real, for real. No, for real, for real. You know, because love is real, love is one of a kind. You finally allow that fake love to not dim your light because you working today when it comes to your purpose. Hold on 1 second, being comfortable in your skin. Hold on 1 second, you're not allowing someone to fumble you when it comes to this chapter. Hold on 1 second, come to your reality. You had enough fair and shared unhealthy relationships. Folks talking about the end, they thought they knew you. They thought they knew you, but they didn't know how to respect you. It started to allow you to be projected when it comes to trust issues, only for you to be restored when God was pouring into you. You know, your past fumbled you for all the right reasons at the end of the day because God was protecting your mental because they wasn't supposed to be part of your season when it comes to motivation. Hold on 1 second, being motivated. You know, because true love ain't supposed to hurt. True love is not supposed to be fake at the end of the day because folks will walk into your life to try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, shortchanging your mental when it comes to growth. Talking about you think you better than somebody all because you understood, hold on 1 second, I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy of pouring into that proper phone call. I am worthy of pouring into that proper conversation with the right person not to do me wrong. And it's as well as you. You know, because when you start to talk to someone new at the end of the day, all you want them to see at the end of the day is why they chose you in the most healthiest light, not to play mind manipulation games to waste your time and day. How folks have a one-sided conversation only was hold on 1 second. Y'all was never on the same page, but hold on 1 second. You pass them to get reality when someone new walks into your life. Love is rare, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Now it's a trait though for me. Fake love wasn't part of vocabulary. Who would have knew a prayer will actually come true, be part of your reality? God didn't make a mistake when God was protecting your heart. God allowed you to see divine timing actually has different. Someone to acknowledging you. You know, you probably sound like a broken record to the love of your life, but who would have knew that someone was trying to dim your light besides pouring to you? The hinge is different. When someone sees you, hears you, respects you. It went from 1 year to 2 years to 3 years to 30, 40 years. Who would have known you can maintain someone's smile, not to do them wrong, hold on 1 second for them to be a crash out. You know, bringing pieces to someone's life, it wasn't complicated. Only was to hold on 1 second, God was truly showing you motivation. You know, bringing pieces to someone's life, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments. The energy is different. Wow. You almost get one another apartment when it comes to your boundaries. When it comes to you didn't have another relationship within you. Only rest to hold on 1 second. You allowed you to trust you another day. You allowed you to feel that in the day, it's okay to be loved the right way. And especially being emotionally available for two people on the same page. That ain't just different. When God truly showed you, you are worthy so important to you. You know, the right person, when they walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. It doesn't matter what zip code, what continent they're in at the end of the day, or what county they're in. When someone is truly for you, they don't got a hand problem. They're not trying to shortchange your mental health. They're not trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or energy harvest off your energy, or project sport towards you, or send you evil out. Let alone gang stalk you. Hello, what's wrong with these people? I don't know. But when the right person walks into your life, they're your biggest cheerleader, up close in person and behind closed doors. Days when you can't see, days when you're sick. Misery loves company, but it wasn't part of your existence. That energy is different. Because when the right person walks into your life, regardless of their culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you with no malicious intentions. And when it comes to my creativity, I work alone. No, if the trait let me know forever, I do. Always be yourself with no intentions, and I say that respectfully. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the fight. Hi to the genuine. All people are there. Hi. Hey, I'm peace. I bring peace. Peace and respect. Don't dim your light. Don't dim your light. Don't dim your light. They try to discourage you. Don't dim your light. Don't dim your light. Hey, Naya. What's up, peace? I don't want to tell your business, but can you fix this hairstyle? You good? Are you gonna say something? What are you doing? It's a trade though for me. No, for real. You know, never allow someone to tell you that you don't have potential, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not. Or never allow someone to say that you can't become your best self version of yourself, regardless to what it is. And especially when you don't have malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Regardless if you're going to be that doctor, that lawyer, that psychiatrist, or whatever the case may be, that dentist, that practitioner. Is the trait going to be the right one? You know, the one that doesn't play with spell work, the one that doesn't send someone the evil eye, the one that is not energy harvesting someone's energy. You could be whoever you want to be at the end of the day, but never allow someone to tell you that you don't have potential, or that you're whack, you're corny, you are nobody, or nobody's going to pour into you, nobody's going to see you or respect you. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. A mother or father's prayer to their child is for them to become their best self version of themselves. And I say this respectfully, because not every mother and father is a proper guardian when it comes to their children. And I say that respectfully. But a stand-up man and woman at the end of the day, they pour into their baby. They want them to become that best basketball player they want to be at the end of the day. Because they child, that's what they want to pursue. They're not allowing themselves to relive their own childhood or their whatever they got going on mentally to push their child into a narrative at the end of the day. Something that they don't want to do. Because they want their child to be comfortable in their skin, regardless of their religion, their sexual orientation, their disability, or age. And I say that respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone. And when life, it comes mistakes. But understanding the error to fix, moving forward at the end of the day, the energy is different. And when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, respect you, even when you do make those mistakes. And I say that respectfully, and especially when you don't have malicious intentions. You know, individuals will watch you, observe you at the end of the day, just to project a mindset that you're not mentally stable at the end of the day. All because they want to control the narrative. And no mother or father should be put in a situation where they're hearing a conversation and their child is calling them up, crying hysterically because someone projected spell work towards them. Someone decided to send a child the evil eye. Someone decided to project a hate crime towards a child. Or someone decided to have a hate group towards their baby. Or someone is gang stalking a child. You know how a father will feel at the end of the day, knowing that he gets a phone call. Regardless if he came from poverty and pain, regardless if he had the proper tools, someone loving him, he loves his baby. And he's on the one same page as his child at the end of the day. Protect her. And because he's pouring to this child, he wouldn't want someone gang stalking his child, regardless of how old they are at the end of the day. Regardless if they just went to the corner store, if they just went to the next county or the next borough, whatever the case may be. He should be safe knowing at the end of the day, his mental health is stable, knowing it's okay for his child to go from point A to Z and that they are safe. And for a man to know that he just walked into a situation that he can't protect his child or get to his child fast enough, it's very heartbreaking. And no man should have to go through that because someone lacks self-control, no matter a culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. No man that's a stand-up man at the end of the day should have to be put in a situation where his daughter or son is being gang stalked, or where his daughter or son is having a hate group going against him, and his child didn't do anything to anybody. All is being said in the day isn't the projection because someone is jealous and envy, or because someone decided to say, you know what, I'm standing up for myself and I'm speaking my truth. And when your child decides to speak up their truth, it should be no reason why someone's attacking them. because someone was plotting to rob your child. Someone's trying to plot to energy harvest of your child's energy. Someone's trying to project sport towards your baby. Someone's trying to project a hate crime towards your baby. Someone had a problem with your child, all because your child was authentic. Your child may be more spiritually gifted than the next person. Your child may be more gifted to the next person. Your child may be just that type of person in the day. That's just a loving person. And they don't hurt nobody. They don't bother nobody. My content is not for everybody. But no man should have to be put in a situation because someone else's child lacks self-control. And it doesn't matter if your mother and your father is present in your life or not at the end of the day. Because people pick and choose who they want to bully. And no mother, when they praying for their baby, or no father is praying for their child, it should be no reason why the devil or the enemy should be making a child frown. It's a sin of thought for me. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. That's like you go into a schoolhouse or whatever the case may be, and you teach your child in the day, don't bother other children, don't hit nobody, keep your hands to yourself. If someone hit you, hit their ass goddamn back and straight over me. And only to know at the end of the day that you went up to the school multiple times and is being ignored because someone is jealous of your child. How these type of behaviors start on early. And nobody should have to go through this type of behavior at the end of the day, regardless of how old that child is. And for you not to be able to protect your child because someone is not being taught the proper tools or whatever the case may be, or someone doesn't know how to go about the situation, it's frustrating you more. Now you got to take your child out of a setting that they're comfortable within, or because, hold on one second, someone didn't know how to keep their hands to themselves. Someone didn't understand self-control, how this type of stuff actually happens. It should be no reason why someone should have to move from an environment at the end of the day, regardless of school-wise, job-wise, whatever the case may be, because of the fact that someone lacks self-control. It's the train of thought for me. If somebody is not for you, stay in your goddamn lane. What's wrong with these goddamn people? I don't know. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. You can go find entertainment somewhere else. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Hi, to genuine ones. I'm peace. I bring peace. Listen to this, listen to this, listen to this. It was pain. I overcame. I ain't dim my light because you understand the even exchange. Stay in your lane. I gotta go. Stop the violence. Leave Naya the hell alone too. I gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself, no intentions. We may not pray the same, but I'm far from a hater regardless of your tax bracket, your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, disability, or age, and I say that respectfully. I worship the good God with no misintentions. I do not worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misintention day. Am I so damn sure wasn't for sale? Hello, I gotta go. And when it comes to my creativity, I'll work alone. I am far from a hater. I don't care how much money you got, what degree you got, what you got going on than they, a bigger house or not. No, answer straight over me. I'm not one of those type of people in the day. It's saying thought for me. I'm far from a hater. Neighbor. To the genuine ones, most intentions, I truly hope all's well in your end. And always be yourself. You know, healing trauma and pain is a race overnight process, but never give up on yourself because someone didn't know how to love you, respect you, or protect you, or pour into you, meet you halfway. But when the right people see you, hear you, respect you, when God sends the right people into your life, respect's a two-way street. They act in their body, we have to shoot size. That motivation is different because the devil told so many lies, but it's not part of your chapter today. Wasn't running from your past. Understanding why you determined, understanding, hold on one second, self-love can truly last. Never get discouraged because someone try to fumble you. Never get discouraged because someone try to humble you. Never get discouraged because, hold on one second, someone try to dim your light even when you have no excuses, or because, hold on one second, you understood the growth. Being patient with time and day when you have to get physical. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they fall from haters. They not sending you the evil lie. They not projecting spoke towards you. They not gang stalking you. They not doing all that weird stuff. Straight up, I gotta go. No, for real, for real. They not energy harvesting off your energy. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. I'm not aging on respect regardless to what man or woman is threatening my life at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself, and I say respectfully. And I never gave nobody permission to use my documentations against me at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. I am not part of no organization or no groups or whatever the case may be, and I work alone. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, people will try to make you homeless, rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even project the hate crime towards you, and project forward towards you energy, harvesting energy, and then paint you out to be mentally unstable. All that alone, they try to antagonize you for you to be crash out. They do every little different type of motives in the day just to get a reaction out of you. Or because, hold on one second, they want people to believe them. Or because, hold on one second, you was being genuine, true to you. Being yourself, no intentions. Never allow someone to discourage you. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. And I would never hurt myself regardless of who has me shadow banned or whatever the case may be, or who is trying to blackmail me against me. I love myself, and I would never hurt myself. I am my biggest cheerleader. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Today is currently October 28th, 2025. Now I have to tell you, I gotta go. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from my head, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from my head, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. I gotta go, stop the violence. Peace and respect, self-respect, your neighbors, little ones, you anywhere without them, you like, gotta go, neighbor, without them, you like, I gotta go, stop the violence. Always be yourself, no intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And when it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. I may be corny to you, whack, or whatever the case may be, but I'm not for you. If someone is not for you at the end of the day, it's okay to say thank you, no thank you, and keep it pushing. It's shit I thought for me, we all aren't the same. But I don't respect my neighbor when you knew how to pretend. Just try to play me close, let alone. You had to do all, I gotta go. Stop the violence. Have a good day.